20 tools, one workflow, and a single point of failure that can bring the whole thing crashing down. That's the reality when you try to chain a serious number of tools together, and it's exactly where most orchestration frameworks start to buckle. So the real question isn't which one is easier to start with, it's which one survives complexity. Let's set the stage with what 20 tools actually means in practice. Imagine an agent that scrapes a website, cleans the data, queries a vector database, calls 3 separate APIs, runs a calculation, writes to a spreadsheet, sends an email, and then loops back to verify its own work. Each of those is a tool, and each one introduces a place where the output format can drift, the context window can overflow, or the model can simply forget what it was doing 4 steps ago. This is orchestration at scale, and it demands a framework that treats sequencing, error handling, and state as first-class concerns. LangChain approaches this like a plumbing kit. You get expression language, chains, and the ability to wire tools together with explicit, deterministic control. When you know the exact order of operations, parse this, then embed that, then retrieve, then generate. LangChain's LCEL lets you compose those steps into a pipeline you can reason about. The strength here is predictability. You can see the graph, you can debug each node, and with LangGraph on top, you can build stateful loops with conditional branches that decide whether to retry a failed API call or route to a different tool entirely. But here's where LangChain gets heavy. When you're managing 20 tools, the wiring becomes verbose. You're writing a lot of glue code, defining schemas, and manually handling how one tool's messy output becomes the next tool's clean input. It's powerful, but it puts the cognitive load on you, the developer. You're the orchestrator, and the framework is just handing you better pipes. CrewAI flips the mental model. Instead of you designing every connection, you define agents with roles, goals, and backstories, then hand them tools and let them collaborate. A researcher agent gathers information, an analyst agent processes it, a writer agent produces the output, and CrewAI manages the delegation between them. For complex orchestration, this role-based abstraction can dramatically reduce the code you write, because the agents negotiate the how while you specify the what. With 20 tools, you might assign clusters of them to specialized agents rather than manually sequencing all 20 yourself. The trade-off is control. CrewAI's autonomy is liberating right up until an agent decides to use the wrong tool, or 3 agents disagree, or the delegation loop spins in circles burning tokens. Debugging emergent, agent-driven behavior is fundamentally harder than debugging a fixed pipeline. When something breaks in a CrewAI flow, you're often reverse engineering a decision the model made, not tracing a line of code you wrote. That unpredictability is the price of the higher-level abstraction. So which one wins for chaining 20 tools? If your workflow is deterministic and you need auditable, reproducible steps, think financial processing or compliance pipelines. LangChain with LangGraph gives you the surgical control to guarantee behavior. If your workflow is exploratory, research-heavy, or benefits from agents adapting on the fly, CrewAI's orchestration lets you move faster with less boilerplate. Many production teams actually run both. CrewAI for the high-level agent coordination, LangChain for the reliable low-level tool execution underneath. That's the honest breakdown, but a framework choice is only step 1. The real magic is in how you handle tool failures gracefully, so one broken API doesn't collapse the entire chain. That's exactly what I'm building live in tomorrow's video, a self-healing tool chain from scratch. Subscribe right now so it lands in your feed the moment it drops.